Share your screen with the audience. Oh, that's if you want to do things.
I think we are. Are we live?
I don't know.
It still says it. Come on.
Can you... Does it? Refresh the page?
Okay, there we go.
Working now? Oh.
Yeah, sounds all. Everything's good to go.
Sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Do you want to say to ones that we are... Oh my god, my stomach.
We're now live.
Try to cover myself a bit.
Right, so we're just gonna. I'm gonna put a social post out.
And then we'll see who joins. Give people a chance to join.
Merry Christmas, everybody out there.
What's so merry about?
Nothing this year, really. Bit of a non-event.
How do you tell how many people are on this? I haven't used YouTube Live before. We're looking here and the camera's here. It's going to be a bit off-putting, isn't it? Always away, always goes quick.
It does always go quick. It goes too quick. That's my problem with Christmas. You don't get proper time off.
You really didn't. You only get the one day.
Yeah, I was back in Boxing Day.
I'm good till the 2nd of January.
Right, I am going to put out a post now on Instagram with the link.
Yeah, we didn't think the camera was going to show as much of the van, but it has showed a bit. It has showed.
It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, God, showing fuck it. It's just not happening at all.
The fan is coming together, so I've got you up on my phone now so I can see, because I can't see the writing on the laptop. Yeah, the fan is coming together really well. We didn't think it would show as much of what we can see. You can actually see the laptop there too, so you can see now we've got our new. So this side it's weird because it's flipped on the camera. This side is the sink area. So it's like our sink, under sink, and then our storage, and then this side beside the bed, which is what you're seeing here with the laptop on it.
Yeah.
That is our kitchen worktop, and the space beside it's where our oven's going to go.
Yeah, so the oven's going to go sort of
here. So we actually do have our oven, and it is in the house. I want to paint it a bit though, so we got like a second-hand oven. And we haven't tested it yet, but it's quite an old oven, and it's kind of like a beigey colour. It's very retro and very 80s. I kind of want to paint it.
Still think it'll go well with the colour scheme?
Yeah, I think it will go well with it. So our colour scheme...
Turn the heater off, sorry.
Where is it at?
You see the top button? Top left button? Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so our colour scheme... Have we spoken about the colour scheme on the channel?
No, because we haven't really decided totally, but definitely going to have yellow in it.
Yeah.
That's a bit
definitely going to be some yellow. Where did we find it? We got secondhand on Gumtree or Facebook.
Yeah.
Was it Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree?
No, it was Gumtree. It's Gumtree. So somebody out went on looking to see if anyone had a like an old caravan. I actually wanted like the oven, fridge, and a couple of other bits and pieces, but the only person selling all three were like from the 90s. The fella selling the full size oven was kind of like the oven that we had in our caravan. Very, very similar to it. So, and he, like, we've seen it and it looked pretty. I don't think he's ever used it, is the honest deal.
Yeah, it was very clean inside.
Yeah, but we just weren't able to test it, so we've no idea if it really works. But gas ovens don't really give many issues. Like, it's pretty straightforward. As long as the gas sort of flows through, it should be fine.
Hope you guys have not been naughty. Have a good one, guys. I'll watch later after meal. Thank you so much, Jason. Sure, right. I hope we haven't been too naughty.
Oh, that's out of your video, isn't it? Yeah, fair enough.
You guys been naughty or nice? We haven't been too naughty this year. But speaking of the year, we've had the best year ever, thanks to Base Fan. Thanks to that video, actually. In general, and meeting Brendan and meeting Ben at Base Fan.
Ben, yeah.
And finding our perfect fan, which was amazing. And meeting Rupert and the rest of the team, Frank, all of them.
Yes, no, it was brilliant.
It's
But
been
we will be back over, so we'll have
yes,
a
we
few
will.
things we might get used to do. Um, but yeah, so have a nice meal anyway,
Yes,
and
enjoy your meal
hopefully
and
we'll
happy
still
New
be here
Year.
when you come back. And happy New Year.
This is going to be chaotic tonight,
It's
isn't
going to be so bad. We are
it?
just not professional at this at all. Like you used to stream, you should know
Oh gosh,
how to do this.
a long time ago. Yeah, so you're going to see unedited touring around with Rosie, and hopefully we don't get demonetized and our channel taken off YouTube.
Yes, there will definitely be a lot of swearing in this, and me getting frustrated with not being able to speak properly.
Yeah, this is the unfiltered bits that we usually edit out too.
It's like hours worth of footage of me just trying to say one thing.
Yeah. Have we spoke about that on
I think we've mentioned
stream
it,
before?
yeah.
I think we have
So,
mentioned that
yeah.
Stephen has a stutter, so he does. So yeah, you're gonna see. Might see that, might not. Depends how you get on in the night. Depends how
I've already
tired you
seen
get.
it, so I have, yeah.
What else? So we start by recapping our year. So what did we do at the start of 2024? I think it was our Newcastle video in the caravan.
Was that not before? No, it was, yeah, it was. It was the Newcastle video in the caravan. Where we spent the night in winter in the caravan.
Yeah,
So we did. It
and that was an experience. It was so cold that day too.
was freezing, so it was, and then we went to Tullamore Forest.
Yes, we went there. Did we
That was
get the
good.
Tullymore? Actually, yeah, I like the Tullymore stuff.
Those stepping stones across the river and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched also Camper Vibe did Tullymore after us too, didn't they?
I
Or
can't
was it
remember. I think
before
they
us?
might have
It might have been
done
slightly before us, but it was around the
it.
same
Yeah.
time. So we got to see their video on it too, which was nice.
We didn't get to see them.
No, we didn't get to see them. We
Haven't
still haven't
crossed
met them.
paths yet, so
We
we
haven't crossed paths yet.
haven't.
So I'm like, I would love to meet them. I would love to see Wild Camper Vibe out in the wild.
Wild campers.
A Wild
We're
Camper
bound to
Vibe.
stumble across them at some point, surely. Like,
Merry Christmas, Bells. Bells is also, you've seen Bells in our videos. If you watch our Halloween video, the Disneyland video, is mine and Rosie. Bells is our Rosie's uncle, basically.
Rosie's uncle. Yep.
Honorary uncle for Rosie. Maybe you'll bump into them one day. They're from just down the road in our hometown in Kent. Oh, very nice. Hey, we have a feeling like roughly where they're located and without sounding like a
I was going
stalker,
to
because I know
say,
they've had issues
yeah.
with stalkers in the past. And that's not the case whatsoever. Put that disclaimer out there. We aren't stalkers.
We know exactly where they live.
But we think we know what sort of. I'm
We
not
don't
gonna.
really, like, we've sort of
Yeah,
guessed what area they're from based on the builders merchants and stuff that Louise has been
it
saying she's
sounds like
using.
we've like really went into this. It really isn't the case, please.
It's just I travel around Ireland for work. So I come across the same sort of places that she's describing. That's
Yeah.
the excuse that we're using.
So we think we sort of know what part of Ireland they're in. We're in the north of Ireland, so we are. Particularly today we're just on our driveway, so we're in the north at the minute.
No, we're not. We're camping.
Yeah, we're well camping. um,
And
yeah,
also the bells, sure you'll see plenty of it tomorrow, so you will. You can see basically everything here. That's happened so far. We've got a couple of units and sort of mocked up. But you'll be helping tomorrow get a lot of it tidied
get a
up.
lot of done. We'll say also these bits of wood that you're seeing on top of the
Oh no,
surfaces.
yeah,
That's going to be counter. That's not what it's going to look like. This is just for the balance things on at the minute.
just to get it out of the way. So it was,
Yeah.
storage.
So there's a lot of wood in our van at the minute. You can see it going across the window. This side, this side,
That's it.
this side.
Yeah.
At the minute too.
What is some advice you'd give yourselves if you were to start the travel journey again? Oh, um,
Establish ourselves on Instagram first
actually, that's
is
a
one of
social
the.
media. I think it's
Yeah.
like, no, he said it's just a travel journey.
Well, we haven't probably started our travel. Like we haven't started full time travel yet. We're very much weekend travelers.
It, really do the research on where you want to go, what you want to do. Like we made a mistake, really, didn't we? We didn't do it quite right, and went and bought got the caravan. I say, well, yeah, no.
Well, at the time, we thought it was the right idea.
So we thought it was the right idea at the time, getting the caravan, and it opened our eyes to realize that we want to be out and about more than stuck at a house. Um, so, but having the caravan made us realize that it wasn't how we wanted to travel. Um, because although you think like coming back to like a site is good because you get like the security with the site and like all the facilities and such, it isn't always best because you are limited really then by how far away you can go because you have to keep coming back again.
Yeah.
I completely lost my train of thought as I was saying.
Also, do you take a tool set with you on trips? Of course we do.
In the van, no, yeah, I did it in the caravan too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
there is a plan for that for the van. So I want to, the big. You maybe haven't seen them yet, but I have a big, massive tool chest. Um,
now where you were going with
so I have a big, massive tool chest in the shed at the moment, and I want to see if I can potentially put that in the van. If it'll fit, I have to like it'll be the last thing. If it doesn't fit, then I'll have to prioritize what tools I want to take with us. But ideally, I would like to put them tool chests in the van with like a big industrial like drawer sort of thing shelf. So you open the back doors and that just pulls straight out of it, and then I have my tool chest sitting there. If that doesn't work out, then it'll probably just have to be condensed down into toolboxes. But yes, I do always carry tools because things always break. In the caravan, we had a water pump that broke, and only I was so anal about everything that I take that I had electrical connections, crimp connections, and everything. I was able to get that water pump going enough until we replaced it. What was it? It wasn't the next day because it was a Sunday and they were closed, but the Monday then after that. And then with being in a van conversion, like we haven't taken the van too far yet. So there's always the potential something there could go wrong, and it's just nice to like I know if something goes wrong, like a good 80% of things I can fix. So if I have all my tools with me, then I can fix it when we're on the road. So that saves us money. Getting a mobile mechanic out or someone else out to fix things. But also then maybe wouldn't ruin a trip because I can sort of do it myself.
Yeah, we had a disaster in Fermanagh. We went to Lake District and it was so rainy and all the shops were closed and we couldn't get a shower because of the water pump being broke. We couldn't wash our dishes. It was terrible. And you can see if you go back and watch it, it's one of our less watched videos. And I think because we're so miserable in that video is probably the reason why it's not watched so much.
Well, one of us was more miserable than
And
the
you know,
other.
I had given up. So I used to live in Fermanagh, and it was never, truth be told, it was never my favorite place. It's a beautiful place to travel
Yeah.
to, but it's the wettest place in the north of Ireland, and I just didn't want to be there. And you can really tell in the video that I was just not feeling it whatsoever, and all the things went wrong, and it probably manifested the bad luck. What got you
I
into
think
doing
it
YouTube?
was.
It's always the way he's asking.
YouTube is something that we have wanted to do
For
for
a
a long
long time.
time. I specifically wanted to do it because I always see people doing YouTube and sort of go like people doing YouTube and doing YouTube successfully and sort of go on. They're doing it. Why can we not do it? For like the freedom sort of idea. But I realize now there is a specific reason why a lot of people are very successful at it and why we're maybe not as successful at it yet. But Tony loves his filming. Um, he does a lot of. Well, that's probably your point, really. To
So I had a background and then had a background.
have.
Have a background in media. Well, I don't have a background anymore in media, but I done media whenever I was in college and in my 20s. And then I done performing arts, which got me down the acting sort of route. That was all throughout my 20s as well. We started our YouTube journey 2014, 15 with a technology channel because Stephen was really into building. Stephen's always been into engineering. He's always been like pretty much an engineer through all of his adult career.
Let's not say that channel because it was
No, well, not
horrific
that
stuff.
channel's not. I don't even think you'll find that channel anymore. But so we had an old channel where we done sketch comedy sketches mixed
Didn't
with
really know what we were doing there.
yeah. We were very young. They were like comedy sketches mixed in with um
Tech reviews and sort
yeah,
of how tos and like build it yourself sort of idea,
right.
DIY.
And it was like we had like B&M speakers. It was very, very shoestring budget. We made like a Star Wars computer and spray painted the case.
That was actually the most viewed video too.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it actually done very well. So it did.
And then we developed this character because I was doing performing arts at the time and I was into acting. We developed a character called the Gentleman, which would be the face of the channel, which wouldn't have a face because you never actually seen what the gentleman looked like. So we were advertising a HTC 5
VR set.
VR headset whenever it just came out. So we thought there weren't many VR wasn't really a thing back then. So we thought, right, we'll really get into this and we'll oh my god, we want to see it. Definitely not.
Well, maybe link you that one privately.
Yeah, it's actually out there still somewhere. But it was essentially me in a suit doing a really bad Patrick Stewart impression.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Because it was this character that was the gentleman, and I think at one point it was really on PC humor. Actually, looking back, we'd probably get cancelled if people find it today. I
Not
think
too bad.
we were talking about like child labor or something in one of the episodes where we were beating a slave that we had that was a child, something like that. There was something weird. There was weird jokes in there, and
Remember that
it
bit
just
at all,
really
actually.
wasn't anything
So
to do with
before you dig this hole any deeper, so there was that element of it. And then whenever we done the caravan and stuff, we wanted to do more. Um, we wanted to try and just document a wee bit and maybe do a wee bit of sort of YouTubing. We started with the walking, sort of,
Yeah, we
because your
started with walking
mum had
tours.
given you a camera, and then we got the caravan at the same time and started doing that. Started recording Rosie, the wee dog. We don't have her in here at the minute. Reason being is everything's still a bit loose, and she's just wild. So if she jumps up on anything, things are just going to come crashing down. So there was a lot of that element in it, and then we just sort of went, why don't we just try doing the travel channel?
Yeah.
Really, the travel vlogs.
We really got into the traveling too. We discussed for about a year getting a caravan, basically, and saving up to get a caravan, but we just got our house. I think around the time that we looked at our houses, we were starting to look at caravans too. So we always had that discussion, even in the house that we used to rent. And then we got a mortgage, went down that route, found out that it probably, I mean, I love our house and I'm glad that we were
Yeah.
fortunate enough to get a mortgage, especially because we got it during COVID, which wasn't easy. But then just kept coming back to the travel and thought, well, we'll get a caravan. That way we can go explore. We can park up in sight and then drive, unhook the car, drive and explore around Ireland. And then we found out once we were stuck to sites that the caravan wasn't really for us. And then that led to the van.
It's the getting across the water as well. So we want to go and explore England, and then obviously explore like Spain. But whenever we priced it with the caravan, it was sort of doable. Sort of made sense. But then shortly after that, sure, the price, cost of living went through the roof, and it just completely priced it out. It's just not reasonable to do it at all from Ireland. So the van really
Cemented it.
stands out from there. I want to go back. Sorry, Patrick. How's it going, mate? Patrick from NI. He's been commenting on a few of our videos. It's nice to see you on the live, mate. So you asked, does the ambulance come with insulation already? So the ambulance we bought did come with insulation in a lot of the areas. If you go back through our videos, whenever we start stripping it out, you'll see that sort of the lower half of the van is quite well insulated with fiberglass, but there are sections of it where it doesn't have. But the lining of the ambulance, so that, like these walls and stuff, they're also fiberglass, so they'll have a bit of insulation properties as well as with them being the smooth finish, have like the waterproof sort of properties. But where the van was lacking in insulation, we've added the likes of the fireproof spray foam insulation and the recycled bottle, recycled milk bottle, plastic insulation that you get in B&Q, just to keep it as warm in the cold as possible and as cold in the warm as possible, if that makes sense. We've also used a bit of reflective foil and the thermowrap, sort of like bubble wrap with reflectiveness in certain places as well, to help reflect the heat in the areas that we want it. And also like behind the two boxes for the bed, you can sort of just see a wee slither of it in this corner here, because we couldn't get any insulation around there. So that box, then they've got a wee bit of the foil insulation, and then you're just onto the metal of the van, really. So that's how the van's been insulated.
Go back to Patrick. Installation, is that different from insulation? I know it says wrote an installation.
Sorry.
Does that
I
mean
think
like
you
what
meant the
was
installation, sorry.
insulated? Because
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
sorry.
like talking about what the actual fan came with, like what was already installed. We could talk about on that
We
end as
could,
well.
yeah. So ambulances, I think the majority of the ambulances at base fan are selling have the likes of the. Well, I think they're basically the ambulance without the stretcher, because that's essentially how we got this. So you'll have like the cabinetry that the ambulances will have. So we had cabinetry going down the whole uh length of the van on this side, but we've taken this one out for the bathroom. We also had cabinetry at the back of the van, for the likes of the what would you say, like gas bottles and stuff, storage and different bits and pieces. So we removed that. There was also cabinetry sort of back here. Sorry, I'm gonna just in front of Tony's face. That we removed and the receipts and stuff. But you'll get the diesel heater in most ambulances, which is a massive, massive deal. Like the diesel heater in this van, to buy it brand new would be probably about £1,000. Because it's one of the dispatcher ones, the D4. So it's 4 kilowatt heater, and in a space of this small and sort of well insulated, that's loads of heat. Skylight, certain windows and stuff, you'll get extractor and intake fan. There's a fan on the floor as well, although I don't know where it extracts to, but there is an extractor fan. And then the lights as well. And then we we're sort of lucky, I would say. Um, the van has got leisure batteries now. Base van did say at the time that the leisure batteries probably need changed, and we were able to just add solar panels to the van and sort of get away with it for the summer. But we've sort of discovered now that they're not going to do. They are going to need changed, but you may get lucky there, so your mileage may sort of vary with that. And then also we've got the plug-in. So I just changed the plug for the van from the ambulance sort of plug to a standard 3-pin 16 amp plug. And that means we have mains power for the van once wired up, and then also have a charger that was included. So it'll charge the leisure batteries and the van battery. Now, this is probably me delving a wee bit too technical, but whenever we get the lithium batteries that we're going to get, I'll have to disconnect the van battery off that because the charger won't be able to charge both because they're different types of chemistry. But you get all that included with the ambulance, like so you do get an awful lot. Oh, we also got air conditioning as well.
Yeah,
So
that was
above Tony's head is air conditioning. Now you have to run it to charge it, so to get the refrigerant cold. So when the engine's running, that's essentially ice cold air, like what you'd get out of the cab. And then whenever you don't have the engine running, providing that's charged, you'll still get a good few hours of ice cold air. So that's brilliant. Even it just being a blower is brilliant, just to get the air circulating.
I think because one of our main goals, I mean, going back to the traveling and the elements why we are doing it, eventually we want to do full time travel around Europe, and having that air conditioning already built in and in place is going to save us so much whenever we actually go to experience the hot summer in Europe as well.
It's really for Rosie.
Yeah,
And now, like the main thing was Rosie, keeping her as comfortable as possible in the van. So we want to be able to, like, say we want to go and explore something, so we can keep Rosie in the van, and her be completely comfortable and safe.
yeah. I think half the reason, going back to what we were talking about earlier, trying YouTube and stuff, half the reason we are doing it is for Rosie as well. Because I don't think we would
Yeah.
have actually done it without her, because she sort of started as the face of the channel, really, but she still sort of is in a way, because her name's still in the channel title.
We just want to show her off as much as we'd like.
Yeah, we would like to show her off a lot more, actually.
So I think if because Rosie makes us get up and move, which is a new thing for us, is probably where it all came from, really. Like,
And I think she's keeping us fit and healthy too in the fan lives. Going into that, I know we don't mention it. Well, we've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but you were hospitalized earlier in the year. So like health is playing a big part in it too. Having the fan life lifestyle is definitely getting us out walking more, exploring more.
that was the reason. So every time the sun comes out, which is very rare in Ireland, we are 10 times more active. So I like kayaking. We have a inflatable kayak, and I like getting out in it as much as possible. But we've had a few setbacks and I haven't been able to use it. So one of the setbacks is the weather's been horrendous. Second setback is I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but there's a blue-green algae issue. So there's like poisonous algae in Loch Ness, which is pretty close to where we are. And that's where I would have done the kayaking mostly. So we can't go there anymore whenever the sun comes out, because the sun comes out now and then the lock like covers over in the algae, which is so we can't go near it. So getting away, like even before that as well, we would have like anytime the sun came out, we would have got out walking and just doing things and seeing more. So the van will give us the opportunity now to go to the warmer countries, the drier countries, and be more active. So it will give us a healthier lifestyle.
Definitely.
By the way, just throw whatever questions you have into the chat, and we will just do our best to answer them without maybe talking too much rubbish.
Yeah, we'll probably go off on a lot of tangents here and then keep coming back to bits and going. As I say, it's going to be a chaotic sort of live stream. So as many prompts as you guys can give us is
Sorry.
always good too.
Any competitions?
Oh, fingers crossed. But that's another thing we did look at because I know always ways in the chat we did look at motorhomes. I think ideally down the line we would love a motorhome.
I would say like a motorhome will probably be on the cards at some point. And had we come to the realization we're in now, before the cost of living crisis happened, we probably would have made the move to motorhome instead of buying the house. But motorhomes were always very expensive, but now the price
It's
of them
crazy.
is crazy. So it is. Like I have seen 2005 vans, like nothing special, going for like maybe 18,000 or more. Like that's extortionate. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like you have to remember the vans themselves, like the running of them, the mechanics of them, like getting parts. Like if anybody's seen our previous video on the old van that we did get originally, getting parts for them is a nightmare. So it is. Maybe shouldn't say it. Actually, you might have just offended base van because
Yeah.
it was our favorite van that we had originally. So but over here, we really struggled for parts
Yeah,
for it.
England, this is the thing though, like I wish there was a place like Base Fan over here. And I think we said a couple of times the Rupert who runs Base Fan, you need to get this in Ireland because there is nowhere. And then Podrick as well. Yeah, I've know from your comments you're saying like there isn't anywhere over here. You have to go to England to sort of find the deals and find the right people and the right businesses that do
Yep.
provide. And there is okay, so there is a company over here. There is like Camper Kits NI that will fit out a lot of the fans and stuff.
Grace Monkey. It's Grace Monkey Garages, I think it is. Out in Bangor direction. So if you bring them a fresh fan, like completely like nothing in it, they will kit it out for you, but it'll cost you a clean fortune. But their quality of work is way up there. But they specialize in the likes of the Volkswagen sort of like T4, T6 fans, and the sort of Nissan and your Ford Customs. You know, your small to medium wheelbase short roof vans is what they specialize in. They will do a bigger van, but I think they're sort of reluctant to. They more do that there. So even if you want a bigger van and to customize it, you're really going to struggle.
Got a couple of comments in there. Podrick, what was Podrick
Oh,
saying there?
sorry, what was punishment? It'd be class to get monetized and be able to travel full time. That would be amazing. I'm going to start saving and try and do it myself. It take me a while to save. That's the honesty of it. Yeah, it does. It takes a long time to save. We're doing this bit by bit. Essentially all my overtime that I do and any bonuses I get from work is what's funding the fan at the moment. So that's why we're on a serious budget. And getting monetized for the channel is the dream. We are chipping away ever so slightly at that. That is a goal of ours to get monetized. And the reason being just so it gives us more freedom to be able to move forward with our travel plans. We're not hedging all bets on it, but we are doing our best. We are definitely working towards it.
I want to say thank you too to the people that are coming in, chatting, subscribing, and watching the videos because it's one step closer to us getting monetized and doing what we love, which is doing this full time as well. Like, I mean, that is the dream and that is the goal.
But that's it. Like without you watching, we wouldn't be doing this right now. Like this live, for example, we were thinking before we came out to do this was gonna bomb. So it was like nobody was gonna watch it. And then like as you can see now, am I right in saying this? We've got 9 people watching, like which is like we would have been happy with 1 or 2. So
Yeah,
9 is brilliant. Like, so it is.
love that.
And nearly 1,200 subscribers. And this is annoying. This one, right? So we keep getting to like what is it 1198 and then coming back down to 1194. It's just like YouTube's like against us. It won't give us 1,200 subscribers. Keeps like kicking a few people off.
Jasmine says, "Hey boys, from Scotland, love your accents. Best accent going."
I would actually say the Scottish accents
I
are
like
like
the
better.
Scottish
Yeah,
accent. So do. I'm glad that you can understand us. If you can understand us, that's half the journey
half the
done.
battle. So it is. Yeah.
Us,
Codrick said,
Happy New Year to you too, Jasmine.
"Yes, Happy New Year, everybody."
To everybody.
Yeah, that's how I found your video on Base Fan. Your video popped up, and I clicked play and heard your accents.
That's what we've been getting quite a lot from people over here too, isn't it? Like anybody that has like come across, like anyone that knows us that has come across our videos, we're like, we're just watching this video, and then you popped up. A couple of people have now said yes, we've popped up in the middle of specifically Brendan Explorer's video.
Brandon Explorer's video and Base Fans video, yeah, or Brandon Explorer doing Base Fans video, and then we started popping out. So Brandon has done us like
Yeah, Brendan's been amazing,
massive favor. So he has by doing that.
and he was so lovely. Like this is the thing we regretted not filming with Brendan because we realized that we filmed Brendan's van
Yes,
back in Base Fan, so we knew that he was getting a new van. But he hadn't released the video. That was back in
June,
was May or June.
June, I think it was.
June.
Yeah,
So we had known that he had this in the pipeline and that he had filmed with us, which was really, really exciting because we were still a tiny, tiny channel back then as well. And then thanks to Brendan, we got a whole new
we got a whole new.
influx of subscribers, which has helped us along too.
It definitely gives us a massive boost. Yeah. So again, Brenton, if you by any chance see this, like again,
Yeah, Brendan was
thank you very
amazing.
much. Hopefully we do actually we do be talking to Brenton, like they all comment here and there, and we can contact him with Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, which is
So
nice.
hopefully whenever he gets his van sorted and we get our van sorted and over, we'll be able to do a camp
Arrange
together.
something.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We haven't actually asked him that yet, but Brendan, if you ever do see this, we would love to
I think he'd be up for it
collaborate
because
again. He's a lovely guy.
yeah,
Like he's
he's
so
a
down
really
to earth.
genuine guy. Like
Um,
um
let's see. I love how natural your videos are. It's like real life. Thank you very much because it's very, very hard to keep them naturally. Some of them are semi-scripted. We won't lie because you'll see the bloopers at the end of some of them where we do try and script and it doesn't go to plan. Nowadays, for the newer videos, we're doing less bloopers at the end and more just
it just happened.
keeping them naturally because it is just. I think that we want to show the genuine side of it as well. People aren't professional whenever they do these things. Like nobody's going to be 100% perfect unless the whole video is scripted. And whenever we do script, we still go off script too. So we'll have like a scripted
Oh
scenario
yeah.
sometimes, and then go off script a little bit. But most of what you're seeing is natural. I don't think we could fake it for that long.
Just natural disaster.
Yeah. If it ever does bomb, just keep plugging away. Use will get there. Consistency is key.
That's the hope. Yeah, that was how we were going before. And then, as I say, we randomly bumped into Ben from Ben and Emily and Brenton Explorers, and then bang, we got massive opportunity we didn't think we were going to get.
Yeah.
What else did I say? Sorry, he just got an ambulance. Was watching Brenton's video last night. Yes, that's so. As Tony was saying, he got the ambulance when we were there.
Yep.
See a lot. Sorry, what? See a lot. Say that. Oh.
See a lot say that, but your accent is a lot kinder than our Scottish. So people can't. We were going back to how people can't understand us.
I don't want to say. I would find the Glaswegian accent a wee bit harsher and the Edinburgh accent a wee bit nicer. But again, I don't want to offend anybody because I know there's tension between the two main cities.
I don't know. I can't really tell the difference. In all honesty, I can't tell it. I wouldn't be able to like regionally pinpoint the way I can like.
Yeah, it could be just because I was working over there and stuff.
Yeah.
I can pinpoint them now.
If I heard somebody from Hampshire or and heard somebody from Liverpool, Manchester, I'd be able to tell the difference less than I would with like a Scottish accent.
There's Domino's texting.
Dominic.
I thought I was getting an well, I thought we were getting an free voucher there, but no such luck. Um,
His bed, he built his class. Yeah, we watched that one
yeah,
recently.
do you know what? You see, after watching that, I sort of regret not doing it ourselves. Mainly because, right, so our thing with the caravan was making up the bed every time. I hated it. I hated it so much, and it was uncomfortable because, again, with me being the size I am, I just like fell through the cushions. There was actually one night I actually fell straight through the bed. So a fixed bed was a must for me, but after seeing Brenton and the way he done his fixed bed, to still allow for like extra space for maybe like a sitting area or something. I sort of regret maybe not doing that. Actually, Rupert from Base Fan, he makes them as well, and he showed us. But his one, I don't know why, it looked a bit smaller. But from seeing Brenton's and a few others then on YouTube, I actually seen that no, you could do it a different way. So I think if I were to do that again, I would do it that way myself, ourselves. But I actually toyed with actually going back and doing it, but no, we're committed to the layout now, so we are. We're sticking with it. Do you want to continue with the comments? Sorry.
So Podrick said yes, Jasmine, the Scottish accent as well better. Totally agree. But I think it's because it goes back to that thing whenever you hear your own accent on the TV, you have this real visceral reaction to it.
I hate watching our own videos. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. And we have to for the editing and to get sound levels and stuff. And I'm just like, it's just cringe, just cringe.
So Phil D, hello, welcome in.
Yes, welcome in.
Had said, question, hi guys, your journey so far has been a real roller coaster, but lately it seems you have a bit of swagger and confidence is high. Can you tell us about the highs and lows so far? Well, thank you very much.